What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be modeling a lug nut for a wheel for a game asset. So first we'll be starting with a cylindrical shape, and we'll be making the base, the middle, and then we'll go to the top. So we're gonna grab a cylinder, create it, and then we'll immediately convert it to edible poly. Go ahead and bevel out the bottom here. We're gonna extend it, and then we're gonna bring it in. Hit the check mark, extend out just a slight bit more, and so that base is, we'll call that base, we'll first do the bevel on the top as well. Now we're going to be making the main shaft, I guess. We're going to hit Alt A, align it to the center of the bottom part that we created. I had snap on, so just hit S and that will deactivate snaps. Or N, I forgot which one it was. We're going to reduce the number of sides to create this, about 6 sides. We're going to scale it to about the right size that we need it to be. Don't worry about the height of it right now, we'll go and scale that down later on. Get into edible poly, select the edges. We're gonna hit right now I'm just kind of testing out what the topology might look like. You'll see me kind of go back and forth between seeing if I want to just do the sides or also chamfer the top. Being a game asset, we don't want to make it too high poly for something such as like small object. What I'm going to end up doing is getting rid of those chamfers. We're going to first select the top. We're going to bevel the top, extrude it upwards, and then bring it inwards. This will create that kind of rounded top. We're going to select all the edges that we want to chamfer to make it nice and smooth looking, just so it's not so edgy. Want natural edges instead of, you know, fake blocky edges. So chamfering really helps with a lot of that. It does add some polys to it, but it's not too much. What we're going to do is go ahead and create the very top portion. So we're going to do the same Alt A to align to the shaft part. We're going to go to our modifiers, increase the side count to about a higher number so that way it's nice and smooth and round. We're not going to worry about the texture of it in terms of the rough metal texture. We're just going to keep it smooth. This picture is more of a reference as to what it would look like just in general. The one that I'm actually doing, it's not a very detailed picture that I have, so just kind of going off of just general knowledge of what they should look like and then getting something similar. We're going to go and inset into the center, that way we create a an edge that we can chamfer to make it nice and smooth. I would recommend bringing down that depth number but down below 0.5, that way it's not so angular, creates a nice rounded face. What we're going to do is actually just flatten out the top here instead of having it rounded. Now the gizmo was kind of on a weird angle, and I realized the selection was on local. We want to make it on view. We're going to make it flat and then bring the very top piece back onto the top. And so now it'll just be kind of a nice even surface for it to rest on. Nothing complicated here. Alright, so now we're going to grab this center polygon. We're going to scale it up a tiny bit. We're going to extrude it inwards. That way we create that hollow center. We're going to grab the edge of that inner edge. We're going to go ahead and look for chamfer, which I for some reason could not find for the life of me. We're going to increase the value. We don't want it too round or we don't want it too sharp, just because it is a fairly small object. We don't need to necessarily make it insane amount of smoothness or detail. Just when people like zoom in onto the wheel, it'll still look smooth. We're gonna smooth this out using smoothing groups. So I hit clear all and then auto smooth. But I realized that it's too smooth and not enough edges, so we're gonna go ahead and select just the bottom, take it off smoothing group 2, and put on 3. That'll kind of separate the smoothing groups between the middle, and the same thing for the very top portion. So it kind of gives you that separation of faces, so it doesn't just look like one blob. We're gonna grab these edges and chamfer these, so it's not so angular. Give you that nice sheen on that corner. More realistic. We're going to attach all 3 pieces together. Using an attach tool, we're just going to change the color. Okay, I didn't really like the green. Now this color isn't the color that will be in game, so don't worry about what color it is in here. If you were to like render, like do a render a scene inside 3DSMAX, then these colors would matter, but if you're just putting it into game, then you don't need to worry about the color inside here. What we're gonna do now, I set an angle snap to about 90 degrees, that way it just quickly snaps to the degree I want it to. We're gonna center inside the lug nut hole in the wheel that I made. It's the Advan RGD2. This is where we're gonna scale it down so we have the correct height that we need. This will also kind of flatten out the base too, so be careful when you scale. It does scale everything. So you can either grab vertices and just push it in, or you can just do this method. This method was just easier, and I didn't really need the base to be like that long, so this was a better route. So now that I have the one lug nut in place, what I'm going to do is you can either hit insert or go here and affect pivot point only, and then we're going to position the pivot point to the center of the scene, which is also the center of the wheel. And then we're gonna do angle snap and snap it to 72 degrees. And then if you do, if you hold shift and then rotate, it'll snap to 72 degrees, and then you just do it by 5, and that's it. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you found this helpful. If you have any more objects you want to see me model, let me know in the comments below. But subscribe, follow, join Discord, all links in bio. See you later. Bye.